You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.
Welcome back. So now let's start with lab number 20. Lab number 20 is where we configure options for mailboxes. Now, for this one, first we will log into our Nita Exchange 01 as Nita/administrator, which I already have. You can see this here. I'm logged in as the administrator. Now, the next thing that I'll do is I'll click on Start. Then I'll click on Exchange Management Shell. Do not run PowerShell, do not run Terminal. Those two will not help you out much. You need the Exchange Management Shell for this part next. So I'll just wait for the Exchange Management Shell to complete its connection process. Once it is connected, then we will look at the next steps, and that is running and starting and stopping or starting and disabling Exchange ActiveSync. So there are two commands that we are going to run for those. So first thing is, the first command is where we are getting the CAS mailbox. That's a client access service mailbox. And we are setting the ActiveSync enabled status to false. So I'm going to paste this command here. Press enter. So this will get the mailbox and also set the ActiveSync enabled flag to false. Now you can also repeat this for true as well. You can do the same thing and set it to true as well. Now once you do this, you will be forced, or you will have to try with a user on what exactly happened here. So go to your browser and open an incognito window. Now again, HTTPS. Now instead of ECP, we go for OWA/. Now the user here that we are going to go for is Blair Singer. So let's go with Nita/Blair B Singer and the password. So I've never logged in as B Singer, so might have to set up the time and everything. But it's a one-time thing, it's not a big problem. It's just that you only do it once or twice, but you have to do it every single time that you bring in a new user. Now, as you can see, Blair Singer's mailbox is loading up. Perfect. Now, let's go back to the admin center again. I've closed that window, I'm back to the admin center here. So under mailboxes, I'll select Blair Singer here. And I'll click on edit. And under this, I'll click on mailbox features. And right here, we have the option disable under email connectivity, or you will see all of these options under all these settings here. This is for mobile and voice features. Yes, so under email connectivity, we have this feature here, Outlook in the web. If I click on disable, yes, and save it. Now we already know that Blair Singer can access their Outlook, right? So if I go back to over again, and let's say I do this. You see, the account has been disabled, like we disabled earlier. So I first made sure that the account was, and when the account was enabled, I had to make sure to show you what exactly we are doing, and then I disabled it. So that is the second task under this configuring options part here. Now, for the next part, we will be running a series of commands in sequence on the Exchange Management Shell. So let me quickly navigate to my Exchange Management Shell. Now I have all the commands here in a sequence wherein we are enabling services one after the other. So the first service that we are enabling is the MS Exchange POP3 or Post Office Protocol 3. Post Office Protocol is a older protocol that is used for sending and receiving emails. And its purpose now is basically to make sure that everything is like it distributes the messages very evenly like a post office does. That is the general idea behind it. So we are going to set the status as automatic, the startup type to automatic. As you can see here, it stopped, right? So we're going to set the startup type to automatic. And lastly, we're going to start the service. MS Exchange POP3. There is a typo here, as you can see right here. So make sure that you don't get typos in there. Now, once this is done, once this command is done, you can see that it is waiting for it to start. It is waiting for it to start. We are trying to force it to start. So I'll wait for it to complete, this command, enter command to complete, and then I'm going to run the first command, the get-service MS Exchange POP3 command, and you can see that it is running. All right. Now the next command that we're going to run, is for IMAP. IMAP stands for Internet Message Access Protocol. It was used for unified messaging. That was the term that we used for it. Unified messaging. So again, we are running the same commands as we saw them earlier, where we set the MS Exchange IMAP 4 to startup type automatic, and then we start the service. Now, IMAP 4 and POP3, both of them are just versions of the same protocol that are there now. So you can see I'm starting the Exchange IMAP 4 service here. I'll wait for it to start. Once it starts, we'll get the status again and see if it is working like we expected it to. All right, it is working. So get-service and IMAP 4 is running. Now that is basically all the things that we are going to do here. The last thing that we are going to do in the command here is run this command here, where we are enabling the POP3 protocol for the organization unit IBM, and we are also setting the client access service mailbox with POP3 enabled to true. And then we are also making sure that IMAP enabled is also set to true. So after running all of these 3 commands, or all of these sets of commands, 8 commands in total, we should be good to go on IMAP and POP3 services in our Exchange server right now. But remember, SMTP is the primary service. We rarely use POP3 and IMAP. IMAP has its own unique purpose. It's very good and it's very quick for getting things like mailbox items or just having very lightweight mailbox clients. So they have their own use cases. So we'll talk about those and learn more about those in a different course, not right now, but we will talk about them here. So that is the end of the lab here. I'll see you in the next lab. Thank you.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftakademy.com. www.netsoftakademy.com.